Hello, my delicious co-creators. Lilou here. I'm in the beautiful Tao Garden in Chiang Mai in Thailand with Ocean, that is one of the participants of the Tao and Tantra retreat that I met here. And additionally to interviewing all those Taoist experts here, I just had the privilege to meet Ocean, and I want you to have the honor and the privilege to meet him, because this is such an amazing soul. I feel so blessed to have met you and crossed your path, and that I got to see your work. And this is what this video is about. So thank you for showing up here. Where are you coming from?
Thank you. I live in Spain, but I was born in Italy. I'm Italian. I actually was born in the land of mermaids in Sorrento. Yeah.
Is that why now you do this work in the ocean and in the pool? We're here at the pool of the Tao Garden, but tell us about this your relationship to water before anything else. What does water represent to you?
Yeah, well, the water for me, it's an incredible relation. Well, the water for me represents the source of life, the mother, and the emotion. I had a very close encounter at the age of 2 with water, when I was on the shore with my mother and a big wave took me. I have no memory about this experience, but I remember the fear that came to me, and up to the age of 10 I was not able to get close to the water. I was really fearful. And some siren came and saved me, because it was not time to go yet. But I was always attracted by water. As a matter of fact, now I live in Ibiza, that is an island, and I like to be surrounded by water. Not to forget that our body is 80% of water. So like the planet is covered 80% of water. So I think it's all the elements are important, but I think water is the matrix.
Yeah, I remember interviewing Francesco over in Hawaii about the Watsu, and I've had the privilege, to experience that. But experiencing your work was a total different space, and so I'm very intrigued how you put that together, how this came about, even how you describe. I mean, how would you describe the work? You take people in the ocean and in water, and then what happens then?
Well, yeah, the idea is that the water represents surrender. The water, the ocean is such a big thing that we cannot really even think of fighting, of competing. So it's just about surrendering, it's about letting go. And what I try to do is to hold a safe and sacred space for people to surrender to the big space and surrender in the water. So there is no intention. The idea is not to do. The idea is to observe, just like in a meditation, and to hold this space and let the people feel safe and let go of their mind, of their body, and their emotion. Yeah. Because water not only washes the physical body, every day we have a shower, but we can also wash our emotional and energetic body.
Yeah. So the idea for the person in your arms, you're holding them. I mean, it's different because you plunge them in the water. I mean, how did you get to the space of creating this? Because there's some kind of a ritual there, something that there's different phases to it. What are the different phases, and how did this come about?
Yeah, well, I find different teachers on my path, actually, and I actually feel very, very guided. As a matter of fact, one thing I like to say that I was born on the 2nd of February, and in most of the South America, they celebrate Jemanja Day. Jemanja is part of the mother of the gods of the Orisha tradition, African American tradition. And I traveled a lot to Brazil, and I always find a deep connection with this lady. And this lady, what actually she does, she's associated with the full moon. And there is a beautiful song that says that what she does is bring the light of the moon in the depth of the ocean, where the depth of the ocean is our emotion. So I feel guided in that, and I feel that there is much more into the depth. But the depth can be 10 centimeters of water. We don't really need to go much deeper than that. And to get in another space, which is also the mother's womb space. And so the idea is also that to make it a dance, I start normally with a stretch above the water, but then I invite people to really go deeper and invite them into a dance that will lead them to get closer to their essence, which is mainly an essence of light. And in between, us, and that sense there's this dance, and this dance helps us to relieve the tension in the body and in the emotion and wash them out.
Yeah, it's funny how when we get out of the water afterwards, there's like this dizziness, huh?
Yeah, sure. I mean, water really helps us to let go, because as I said, we cannot really control. So our control center has to let go a certain point in water, and it comes very naturally, because what happens in water, the mind goes off, and we get in a state of trance meditation or hyperconscious. So there is no space, there is no time. And this happens, that's why many people just lay on the water, and they go in this blissful state. And taking chance of this blissful state and the fact that there is no gravity in the water, we can move a body in many directions. So with different maneuvers that are stretchings and some kind of shaking. Also, I was very much inspired by dynamic meditation. So I could say that this is a dynamic, passive dynamic meditation with a dance in water. And this will help us to connect with the ancient memory. As a matter of fact, I discovered in the many sessions that I've given, even though I'm very new to this, I've been able to go quite deep in the work. I discovered that about 25-30% of people, they go in water, as you did, and start connecting with an ancient memory that we have. We come from the sea, we come from the ocean. And so it's like going back home, and it feels so natural. Yeah.
So good. And what was funny after this like dizziness and laying down is you do some kind of little mini ritual, I guess, and then there's this like ecstatic, I mean, for me it was an ecstatic laugh, like this joy of being alive. My God.
Yeah, that's what most of the people experience. Some people can go also through some, let's say, some dark stuff, which is very welcome, because it means what's there and needs to come up. But most of the people, they find themselves in a very blissful state. What I do is very important, and that's one of the difference that in my work from other people that work in the water, and there where a kind of a shamanic work comes in, is to accompany people, because a person that let go the control and let go the minds, after it's like reborn in a certain way when it comes to land, and there it really needs to be accompanied, in this space, is this new space, and that's a space where we can help people to reprogram. And was very inspired by the Mr. Emoto work too, as we know water as memory. And in this moment, we can actually help to change things in the. And so I accompany people with chanting. I like to chant like.
He has a great voice, hasn't he? So let me tell you, when he chants.
Yeah, and so I accompany people in this space, in the space of love and gratitude. Yeah. And most of the people, they after the session, they just get back this joy of life. It's like, I like to say when I finish a session, good day and good life, because it's a new day, really.
What is your intention with this work? Do you even know where it's taking you? I mean, it seems like you were not doing this 5 years ago. You had this other life. Can you tell us a bit about that shift and where you might think it will lead you? But before that, what happened in the past? Because it takes a lot of courage, and I think a lot of co-creators out there and people out there are just going through this change. So it's an important testimonial.
Yeah, basically, 5 years ago, I was an airline manager, and I was working in the office. I traveled a lot, but the universe wanted me. I lost my job, and I decided not to look for another job, but look for myself. And so I started working on myself, on my emotional, on my diet, and cleaning myself and really feeling myself. And then in a Tantra seminar, I had the opportunity to really make a choice, because my old boss called me back and said, you have to come back to work. And I was like in a fight between my mind and my heart. And there, listening to a song that is called Ocean of Love, I decided that I would stay in my heart and feel my emotions and feel myself. And there, just I felt guided from that moment. I tried to stay in my heart every day, here and now, and eventually all came to me. masters, mermaids, sirens, and dolphins. And I was guided to a long journey. It took me to the Pacific coast. And in a small village where I was not supposed to go, and two water masters appeared. And I was there training for 3 months. And on Easter Day, I gave a session to...
I'm having some coconut while you're saying this because it's warm.
Fantastic coconut, yeah. I met a guy, and I found out that what I was doing could be very helpful for people to let go of tension, body tension, emotional tension, and really start a new life. And I don't know where this is taking me.
It's the beauty of it, probably, too.
Totally. But I trust. I have a big trust in me. I feel that the universe, or whoever we think is behind us, is really encouraging me in continuing this and bring up this new way of surrendering. And one thing came to me 2 years ago, I'd like to share with you, is that my mission is to awaken the mermaid, the dolphin that is sleeping in the depth of our heart. And somebody said, so what does the dolphin or the mermaid does? You know, and I came to me that they're just singing and dancing, helping elevate the vibration of this world, helping to have more feminine, having more sharing and less competing. And this is my mission. Now I'm on a project that is called the Water Temple, and it's actually building up spaces where people can surrender to themselves, surrender to the water, and find out more about their body, about their mind, about their consciousness.
I feel I'm going to come one day to Ibiza and interview there. Hope you'll create this beautiful center and space or that we can come and have those sessions. Yeah?
Yeah, totally. Actually, it's funny because this idea came to me a year ago here in Thailand. I felt one night it just came like very clear. You have to build a space where people can go and catch you. I prefer to work in the sea. I prefer to work in the ocean. I prefer to with the waves because it's just amazing the experience you can do there. And there is nothing to do. You just have to hold the space for the person, and then the waves will do all the massage, dance, and everything, and it's just amazing. But on the other end, I think it's good for people. They just opening up to this. For people, they are not so confident with water. As a matter of fact, my first mission is to accompany people with fear in the water.
It's a big one for a lot of people. Yeah.
Totally, yeah. There's so many people, they are really fearful of water because of, sometimes even comes from birth or even previous to birth, and but not everybody has a good relation with water. So I'm there to hold space, and having not a good relation with water means not having a good relation with 80% of our body, with most of the planet, with our mother. So it can help really in this, and my idea is really to bring harmony between the outside and the inside water and feel part of this universe. Yeah. That is an amazing place to be.
I'm sure people ask you, are you training others into this because you can't duplicate yourself? So are you training other people into this, like teaching them how to do it too, so they can give sessions to others?
Yeah, basically, just 2 years ago, I started very early, 3.5 years ago with this work. So I'm pretty new to this, but I've given about 2,000 sessions. And some people came to me and asked me about my work. They were very enthusiastic about what I was doing. And so I told them, about the teachers I had, the people I'd met, the center, the international organization, about the Watsu people, the Yansu, and all beautiful people working in the water. And they said, no, we want to learn from you. And I was a teacher many times in my past life, if I can say. And so I said, yeah, I cannot withhold this. This is a gift that I was given by the universe, and I cannot withhold, so I have to share it. And so with 2 other people, we start putting it together, and we call it Wataflow. That stands for Water Tantra Flow. The idea is really to observe and to flow. And then we decided, okay, we put it together, and if enough people turn up for the first course, it means that the universe wants it. And so we put it together, and I said minimum 4 people have to be in a course to be there, and 8 people trusted in my work and turned out. And so I've been training people. I've trained quite a few people. They're now giving sessions all around the world. I'm going to hold a course now next month here in Copenhagen. And the idea of the water temple is also that, is have a place to train people and to share, and also do group meditation. I've been in a few festivals, and I also try to expand. It's like a river that I cannot really stop. You cannot really stop water. So just go with the flow. I don't know where it's going to go, but I know that I'm guided. I know by the people receiving the session, like you, that.
I must say, I did a session with Ocean, and this is one of the most powerful thing. It felt like I took even drugs or something. I mean, I was such in a space. Oh my God, this was extremely powerful. I mean, I'm really, really deeply honored that we cross paths and we can do this interview, and share it with as many people as possible, because there's really some cool things that we're starting to access now as Ocean did, daring to step with courage into this magnificent space of surrendering,
Yeah. Thank you. First of all, thank you for trusting me, because, you didn't know what I was going to do and what was happening, and you really trusted. And then I discovered that you have a mermaid soul, and I could see from the second time I accompanied you down the water. You were moving your own, finding your own way, and this is. The thing of Wataflow, we don't really want to do things. We really want to listen to the people's body and all the space for them to free all the tension, free all the emotions, and really find your own nature. That's what that kind of space we like to do. And and the idea is also, again, as I said, we need the more yin energy, And that's where I am. I feel guided in this, helping everybody to find a bit more of this softness. With the softness, sometimes we can go much deeper.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Is there something else that you would like to add to this conversation? Or, we're connected to the entire world. I just love the internet because of that.
Thank you very much for this space, for this beautiful space. And I like to say to people to just get near the water, get near the natural water. Just be there, feel, listen, swim, let go. Sometimes just lay there and let go, and just be washed away by the water. And the water can really help to let go many things. I treat a lot of people with stress, with anxiety, with fears, and not only physical problems. So just be there and surrender to the element, surrender to the mother that is the ocean, just that's all.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you delicious co-creators out there. We send you so much love from beautiful Thailand. Get in the ocean, listen to this beautiful song. So much magnificence in the ocean, and waves and waves.
Waves are coming in. Waves are coming in.
And waves are coming in for all of us, my delicious co-creators. So time to prepare and surrender. Much love. It's coconut time. Bye.